Okay, so everybody just get comfortable. Try to be in a place that you're not going to be disturbed. And I'm just going to make the intention to my inner being and to all of our inner beings and to the depths of how many inner beings we have, which goes on for so far, and that all will, and all of our guides and existence and everything that's wonderful and loves us and everything that's good will conspire and come together for a beautiful meditation where all of us can genuinely go to a place that we are able to clear away everything that doesn't serve us and old programming and delusion and everything that we don't want, and to be able to connect with what it is that we do want and bring it back into our experience and our lived daily experience so that we can have clear experiential results from what we are practicing. So that's our intention, our collective intention. So just begin to deepen your breathing. Just allow yourself to feel the parameters of your body. Feel your feet, your hands, your knees, your jaw. Let your tongue rest on the top of your mouth. And then we're just going to start with the melting. We're just going to start from the top of the head. And just like a spring, we're just going to imagine like water dripping down the sides of our head and over our face, that we're just melting slowly from the top of our heads, moving down your chin, your neck, shoulders, chest, arms, hands, fingers, back, stomach, pelvis, groin, thighs, knees, calves, feet. Feel your whole body beginning to melt. Feel yourself melting down through the floor, going down to the dirt, feeling the dirt and the rocks. Feel yourself dripping further and further and further down into the ground. Feel that desire for that safety, that stability, that nesting place that you're looking for as you're moving further into the earth. And when you find a spot where you feel comfortable, safe, just allow yourself to be there in that place. Feel within you everything that ever was. Feel the stillness, feel timelessness. Feel yourself like a seed, having all the information of the universe. And then begin to feel yourself expanding out. Like roots reaching further out like an octopus in all directions. Feel yourself drawing in nutrients from the earth, water, minerals. And then begin to feel yourself moving all the way back to the center where the seed was, and then beginning to move upward through the soil. Feel yourself reaching, getting stronger and stronger as you're reaching. Feel that desire of knowing, not knowing what you're reaching for, but the intensity of the desire to just continue to reach. Feel yourself growing stronger and stronger and reaching further and further. Feeling in your body that eagerness. Feel the stability of your roots as you're reaching higher. And then feeling as you pop your head up through the ground. And then feel yourself in the wind. Feel the difference of the wind and how you're blowing and the air and the sun and the elements, as opposed to your roots that are solid and stable. And continue reaching up and further and further, feeling your trunk grow stronger and stronger, feeling the release of all the energy that was inside that seed beginning to move and flow, feeling an awareness around all things, feeling a flow of indescribable energy. Continue reaching and reaching, this time reaching for the sun. And then feeling back down to the roots and feeling your roots reaching deeper into the earth, getting stronger and stronger as you're reaching further up toward the sun. Feel yourself growing in both directions with equal eagerness and equal strength, feeling the difference in the sensations. And allow yourself to reach up to the top, the very, very tip top branch, the one that's reaching the furthest up to the sun. And feel yourself go up to that branch. And continuing to reach for you know not what until you notice that there's a stairway. And you feel yourself eager to move up that stairway. Notice what the stairs are made of. Marble, ivory, wood, gems, glass. Notice the material and feel yourself eagerly running up the stairs, seeing clouds on both sides of you, not knowing where you're going. You feel yourself just as when you were growing like a tree, you're running and running, so excited, you don't even know where you're going, but you're so excited. And as you're running, you come to a door. It's on the right side this time. And the door is large and wooden, and you feel drawn to it. You feel yourself opening the door, and when you open the door, you're in a room that's vast and tall, and you see the sun like a cathedral. There's light just beaming down through the top, and all around you, you're surrounded by books. It's the largest library you've ever seen, endless books. And as you're reaching for the books, feeling into the energy of each one of them, you realize that you can tell what the book is just when you look at it. You know what it's about, you know what's happening. And you begin to move your eyes across the books and feel so many emotions. You feel yourself find one that's drawing you, and you open it, and it's a children's book. And there's clowns, and they're playing, juggling balls. and it makes you laugh. And then you put it away. And you look for another book, and another one calls you. And this one is, the cover is glass. And you open it, and the pages are so translucent that they move back and forth. It's a material you've never seen before. And like Braille, when you put your fingers on it, you can feel the words. And the words, they're indefinable, but they're more like a feeling, and your insides feel it, and your heart is stirred, and memories come up for you. And then you put that book back, and you open another one. And when you open this book, you realize it shows you your life, the one that you believe that you are living, in perfect detail, but not in pictures and not in words, but every page, it's not even Braille. You turn the pages, and what you feel are all the experiences of your life, almost as if every experience is on each page. And you realize that you love this book, but you don't know where it's going. You come to the end of it, and you don't know what's happening. You don't know where it's going. So you put it away. And then you notice sitting in the distance in the figure. And the figure has its back turned to you. And you notice that it looks like a raven. But when it turns around, it looks like an old man. And he's sort of a mystical kind of person, shadowy. You can't tell when you look at him directly if he's there. You only can really see him in the periphery. And he tells you that you've come to the place and you've come to the time that you can now embrace the dying so that you can embrace the living. And he says, feel the stillness of this room. This is the library that carries every memory, every experience, every nuance of everything that you've ever experienced in your life and you ever will. And not just in this life, but in every life. And not just your life, but everyone's lives. Not just with individuals, but the collective. And he says it's ineffable. It's too much for your mind. And then he disappears, and you don't see him anymore. And you know that it's time to leave that room. And you're wondering, what does he mean by you can let go? It's time to let things die so that new things can be born. It's time to embrace, to let go, to embrace the letting go so you can embrace the new. And you wonder what he's referring to. You go back out to the stairs, you thank him, and you close the door. Your eagerness is taking over now, and you're beginning to run up the stairway again as fast as you can. And you start to notice as you're looking around that nothing looks the way that you thought it was. There were clouds, but when you look forward, you see stairs, but in your periphery, you see so many other things, just like in the library with the raven old man and the books. And you realize that everything in your periphery is moving, but everything in front of you is the stairway. And you choose to look forward. And at the same time enjoying all of the visions and the things that you're seeing in the periphery that are so beautiful. It's so interesting. You begin to continue up the stairway, and you're running and you're running and running until you come to the very, very, very top. The top that is so far that you can't even see, you can't even see our galaxy. It's so far away. Think of black holes. You think of other dimensions. What could this place possibly be? And there's a tall, tall door. And the door is made of diamonds. You're going to open the door. You go inside. And when you get inside, all that you see around you are endless stars, star systems, galaxies, in every direction. And when you look forward, there's a chair, a large wooden chair waiting for you. And you go, and when you're ready to sit down in the chair, you notice sitting on the chair is something for you to hold on to while you're sitting in the chair. It might be a gem, it might be a piece of jewelry, it might be a book. It's a message of some kind that will be unique to each of us. You take the gift, put it in your hands, you sit in the chair, your head is bowed down, and you can see again in your periphery, you see endless everything. Stars, and within the stars you begin to notice that there's movement, as if there were beams. It's almost like layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. Dimensional spaces, lifetimes, species, creatures, movement, artwork, so much. But when you look straight ahead, no matter what you look at, you see something clear. And this reminds you of the book, but it's slightly different in the library. And so you focus. You say, well, I'm looking into, I know not what, but I'm going to focus. So you focus. And like a train that's coming so fast that you don't know where it came from, there's a momentum, and it takes you straight into a visionary experience that's not a vision but is real. And you see a lifetime unfold. And you see yourself born. You see yourself afraid. You see yourself destitute. You see yourself scared. You see yourself alone. And then you notice the periphery, and you lose that focus again and become general. And then you find yourself back in the chair. And then you decide to focus again. So you refocus. And this time you see yourself living out a different momentum. And again, you feel the train, you feel the energy of the train moving through, and you feel the feeling of joy, and it's so great. You don't know what to do, and you see yourself as a little child playing, and you have siblings. You see yourself running through the hills. You see yourself skiing. You see yourself backpacking. You see yourself on roller coasters. You see so many beautiful things. It's so much fun. You can't stop laughing. And then again, you notice the periphery. And then you come back into the chair again. And then it happens again. And this time you focus again, and you see yourself, and you're beautiful actress, and you're have this feeling in this time of being the best of the best. You have this feeling of fearlessness. You also feel yourself joyful. In this lifetime, you see yourself walking on a red carpet and everybody being your friend and life feeling so beautiful and things unfolding for you. And then you look in the distance and again you see in the periphery movement and you remember and you snap back and you come back into the chair. Now you're back in the chair, and this time you have this overwhelming feeling of excitement. And you feel again the train of momentum coming in. And you look and you focus, and then this time you see yourself as a little child, 5 years old, you're surfing. You're 7 years old, you're snowboarding. You see yourself as an adult with a family and a beautiful life, making music, laughing, so happy. And then you feel again the movement in the periphery and you come back again. And then you start to ask yourself, what is happening? Where am I going when I focus, and where am I in this chair? And then you realize, this is my life. This is my current life. This is me. Everybody feel into who you are, sitting in that chair. And you see in the periphery every potential, every possibility, every feeling, from dread to the greatest, most supreme ecstatic joy ever. You see the darkest of the dark, you see the lightest of the light, you see the whole spectrum. You see the endless possibility. And you realize the only time that you're not in any of those places is when you're sitting in the chair and you're just still. I want everyone to feel themselves in the chair. Feel that stillness. Feel that calm. Feel that non-judgment. Feel that trust. Feel that silence. And then begin to feel that energy moving from the tree, from the stairway. Feel it moving through you. Feel all the trillions of cells in your body, feeling that life moving, and feel your mind perfectly still. Like a tree that bends to the wind but never moves in its roots. For a moment again, we're just going to move back into that. You feel the feeling of disappointment rushes through your body, and you look and you see scenarios playing out in your life of disappointment. You see yourself, your car breaking down, your friends not showing up, your phone not working, the relationship ending. You feel all these disappointments. And then you remember, you look in the periphery, you come back into the chair. Stillness, trust, knowing that energy, remembering in that chair in every moment, forever and ever and ever, is a new beginning. So you open your eyes again, and then you're feeling now again another momentum. It's a train coming. The momentum is behind you. It's something that you've thought of before, that you've built up in your imagination. And it's a momentum of excitement, but non-belief. And you feel yourself wobbling, and you see yourself scenario after scenario of reaching a height and then falling, going slightly the wrong direction, very close, but slightly off. Almost the right person, but not quite. Almost the right scenario, but just off a little. And that frustration. And then you look around and you say, back to the chair. And you come back again. And now we're going to just get into that place, in that chair where your mind is clear, clean, like a sea breeze, perfectly clean. Feel your vibrations settled. Feel the lack of momentum, no trains coming, no momentum, stillness. And then just allow yourself to feel the movement of that energy moving up from the tree again, moving through your cells, reveling in the stillness. And we're just going to stay here until you feel an impulse, a feeling that you want, the intimacy, the desire, the abundance, empowerment, laughter, joy, lightheartedness, satisfaction, allowance. Feel all these feelings. In this place right here, right now, is a place that I want all of us to come back to all the time, all day long. Every time the momentum begins to take us in the wrong direction, just come right back and gain control over the momentum. So now we're going to deliberately feel these feelings. Feeling of excitement, anticipation, eagerness, joy, friendship, kindness, growth, brilliance, beauty, grace, fluidity, love, connection, sensitivity, empowerment, truth, alignment, trust, fun, more fun, more fun, and more fun, and more fun. And then just envision, allow all of those words, all of those feelings like a train to begin to create momentum. And when you're ready, in your state, your place of mindfulness, orientate yourself into the place of never-ending possibility with the momentum of these words. Love, fun, joy, clarity, purpose, awesomeness, lightheartedness, gaiety, creativity, adventure, accomplishment, success, celebration, abundance, newness, fulfillment, intimacy, excitement, everything working out perfectly, perfect divine timing, perfect situations, perfect flow. Orientate yourself and let it flow through you. And then let yourself focus and let that expand. Feeling all of the uncertainty and all of the non-knowing just disappear. Feeling the stability, the focus of the roots, and the fluidity of the branches as you move, as you allow, as you accept, as you grow, and as you let that momentum just take you away. Now we're going to imagine that that momentum is a train again, but this is a train you want to get on. You feel the train coming, and you see it coming in the distance, there's fog, and it's coming for you, and you know it's taking you somewhere. And you don't know where it is, but you know that it has all of the components that you want. And you feel it coming, and you're laughing, you're so happy, you're so excited, and you feel yourself jumping on the train, and all your friends are there, all your family is there, everything that you love is there on this train, and you're all laughing. How can such an amazing thing be happening? And the train is taking you back around, and you didn't even realize right next to the steps was a train track. The train track is taking you down, all the way back down through the tree, through the collective psyche, through your own psyche, through everything that there ever was, through the illusion of time, all the way back down to the seed that you first planted. And there, once you arrive back to the seed, the train turns back into your soul, your psyche, and you begin to move all the way back up through the dirt again, feeling this time empowered and clear, and a new awareness that you can always go back to the chair and find that place and reorientate. And with that eagerness, get back into your body. You're moving up and up and up through the dirt, through the rocks, coming back up through the floorboards, through your chair, your bed, and coming all the way back into your body. And then reflecting on what just happened. What happened in that room? What did you see in those books? Who was the raven? Were you able to let go? Were you able to embrace something new? And you're in the chair, and you're still. What happened every time your mind wandered, every time a little hook of momentum took over, feeling the real life feelings of everything that occurred and all of those possibilities. And then feeling into when you were mindful and you orientated yourself toward the feelings that you desired, the train that picked you up, the momentum that is you now, your vibrational core, feel it vibrating. Feel the ease that you feel, ease within yourself, ease with every relationship in your life, your relationship to the people you love, to your family, to the clothes that you're wearing, to your phone, to your computer, to your chair, to your bed, to your kitchen, to your house, to your car. Every single moment and object of your life, there's a relationship. Feel it. And feel it easy and joyful and comfortable and safe. Fun, unexpected, adventurous, subtle, graceful, beautiful. And then feel yourself right now in a place of stillness, mindfulness. Let the vision disappear now. Let the things that have been on your mind disappear. Let the meanings of things disappear. Feel yourself on the precipice, standing at the place of infinite possibility in a new moment. Even what you just brought back with you, let all of it disappear. And say, I'm in a new moment. And I can always come back to this place. And I can always choose anew. And I can always direct the momentum. Because I can always be mindful. And just for a minute, we're just going to let the energy just flow in this place of mindfulness, stillness, of non-judgment, of awareness. No definitions, just awareness. Recognizing there's a greater power in this place than in any of the others. Because there's no momentum. And you can steer it any way you want. And just become aware, begin to become aware of your body. Weight of your body, wherever you're sitting or lying down. Strength of whatever's holding you up. Begin to hear the sounds in the room. Allow yourself in this moment, feeling yourself in the body, in the room you're in, and at the same time, feeling the stillness, the mindfulness, the clarity, the place of non-momentum, of non-movement. Feel those two places at once. It's like feeling the roots of the tree and the branches at the same time. And this is the place, always, every moment. There's nothing that can happen to any of us ever, or any thought we can have. There's nothing that can occur that is so big that we can't come back to this place. And every time we come back to this place, we stop momentum and we can make a clean and clear choice. And we get there easily in sleep and easily in meditation. And the mastery is being able to get there all the time. With your eyes open in the middle of your day, whatever you're doing, finding your way back. Feeling that inside yourself right now. And knowing, just knowing deep inside that there's never anything that can come up that can throw you so far that you can't come back here. Because this is the truth of who you are. And from this place, we always are creating our experience, without exception. Begin to feel your heartbeat. Begin to deepen your breath. When you're ready, begin to move your fingers and your toes and back into your body with movement. And may we all have experienced true mindfulness in this meditation. A place where all momentum is released and we come back to the place of pure possibility, of non-judgment, of pure stillness. And from this place, we create momentum through our thoughts, through our desires, through our vibration. And we can do this deliberately by orientating ourselves in the direction of what we desire and allowing it to expand. So staying in this place, remembering the power of this place, open your eyes softly. And come back to a full-on experience of being in the body. Welcome back, Nikki.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm glad to have you back.
Me too.
So mindfulness is one way of putting the key to everything. I was going to say is the key to everything, but there are so many things that are the key, and they're all just defined differently. Mindfulness is the place where you drive the car from. It's when you get into the driver's seat of your life, of your person, of everything. We're operating in a universe of momentum, and every time we live in a space of infinite possibility, everything that we focus on expands, no matter what it is. And anything that you focus on is going to prove itself to be true. So if you're looking for the truth of a thing, you're always going to find it wherever you're looking, which makes reality a lot more complicated than we think. So where we all used to think, or were raised to think, that there's something happening outside of us and that it's our job to figure it out and change it and shift it to be what we want, turns out everything that's outside of us is happening only because we focused on it. So redirecting your focus changes the outcome of every situation, always. So the question has to do with momentum, and momentum, we think things all the time. Consciously, those are the thoughts that matter the most. The things that we think deliberately and consciously are the ones with the greatest momentum, and the ones that really are pretty much the only ones we really need to be worried about. Anything in the subconscious is going to make itself known so that we can know how to refocus in a better way. So, so the whole game is about momentum. And when we're in the middle of a day and when things are happening and it feels like things are spiraling out, in one sense, we don't have the power to change things because we're already in a momentum. But in another sense, we do have the power to change things. But the only way to have that empowerment is to completely let go of the momentum, which is to get back into place. Easiest way is through taking a nap, getting into meditation, just letting the energy flow, and you're always just going back to that place. Being able to go back to that place is the work. Because no matter what, momentum is going to take hold all the time. If we wake up in the morning and we're in a place of ego and insecurity, the whole day is going to unfold in a place of ego and insecurity. If we wake up in the morning and we're in a place of doubt and disappointment, or feeling blue, or feeling the woes of the world, or pondering things that happened to us in our childhoods, or whatever we're doing, whatever we're focused on, our whole day is going to reflect that. If you wake up and you make the deliberate decision to orientate yourself toward appreciation and feeling hopeful, feeling desire, believing your desires, allowing the energies to show you the things that you most desire deliberately, and just letting that unfold, then that's the day you're going to get. So I love the reason that we did our activity this week was to have some microcosms of that. And in the microcosm is just get into a place of mindfulness like we just did. And just like in the meditation, when we're in the meditation and we're in the meditation and we look out into the great expanse of all possibility, and we find ourselves with a feeling like a train that's coming, and that's our momentum, and then we focus, that unfolds. That is the experience we have. And when you look around at your own life, which is obviously always most obvious in your own, but in everyone's life, it's just magnificent how you can see. There's never a person can. There's nothing. Nothing is hidden. Everything is revealed. A person's life, everything from the way that a person talks to the way that everything that happens in a person's experience is a reflection of that person's vibration. It's a reflection of their focus. It's a reflection of what's happening in their focus and in your focus. And that is totally in our control. So when things are happening and we feel that we're spiraling out because the momentum is so intense and our life has become this thing that we don't want it to be, then it's time to get back into mindfulness. When we feel our lives with a train that's coming and it's moving so fast and it's everything that we want, jump on that train and just ride it, or that wave, and surf it. So when it's in the direction of what you want, jump on. When it's in the direction of what you don't want, get mindful. So some of the ways, as I've said now many times, that the whole game that we're playing is learning to get back into that place and not being ruled. It's like a dream, like a lucid dream or like a dream. We're either in life is like a dream. So either we're in life and we're just in this dream and it's just happening, and these momentums, these energies are just carrying us, and we're just being taken away by this current and this current and this wave and this stream, and we're just being bobbed around like a reed in the wind. Or we notice the momentums and we notice where they're going and we recognize where they came from, and we say, wow, this just unfolded in my experience and I just was thinking about this. I was just worrying. I was just sitting here worrying about such and such thing, and then boom, this happened. And or I was just enjoying this thing, enjoying this, and feeling appreciation and loving my life, and all of a sudden this happened. And you start to begin to notice the correlation between what you feel and what is happening in your life. And when you really start to notice that is when you can really start making a difference, because you can start catching it in the early stages at the beginning. You say, before it becomes a big actualized event. Sometimes you can notice it in a dream. Sometimes you can notice it just in having a bad feeling. Sometimes you notice it because one little thing happens that you get a you you're out of sync. You start to notice you're out of sync, and then you ask yourself, where am I right now? Where am I in the middle of this being out of sync? You get mindful. You find yourself. You say, here I am. I'm right here. Everything is fine. I can see where I created this momentum. This came from these thoughts I had. It came from this belief system I had. It came from this dream that I had that I gave too much attention to. And you begin to notice it. And then you can say, mastery is when you can reorientate and say, I'm going to back to mindfulness. I'm going to shift it. And we shift it in, like I said, sleep, meditation, and becoming general. So that's such a key, becoming general. So when you start thinking, when things are going good, stay specific. When things aren't, when momentum is in the direction you want, get specific. When momentum is in the direction of what you don't want, get general. So let's say you have a situation in your life where, okay, how about a financial situation in your life, and you feel destitute, you feel like you can't make it happen, you can't pay your bills, you can't do this, and you feel that feeling, and it feels like it's everything. You catch it, you notice it, and then you say, oh, and because you'll start to notice, oh, it just so happened, I looked in my wallet, I had no money, my bank account is empty. I just got a speeding ticket. I lost more money. Wow, all these things keep happening. And then when you get mindful, you say, "This is my dream. This is my life, and I'm in control of it. This is my dream." And then you get mindful, and you say, "Let's be general. Everything's gonna be fine. I always seem to make it through. Somehow money comes to me when I need it. I trust that. I strangely, even when I'm out of money, I always have something to eat. Somehow I always have a roof over my head. Somehow the pieces always just come together. You just get general. Say, well, maybe I'll just take a nap now and not worry about it. Maybe I'll think about it tomorrow. You find a general way. Maybe what people want, we can give examples of things in life right now that are maybe coming up where you could, we can talk about some reorienting and just getting general. And it becomes like this is the key to mastery, learning in those moments. You learn how to get general, and you say, well, I might feel this. You start to soothe yourself. You start to, till you don't feel destitute, till you start to feel okay about where you are, okay about where you're going, safe in who you are, safe about where you're going. And then what will begin to happen is the momentum will begin to change. And you just learn to do that. And you just learn to come back to that place of mindfulness. Come back to the place of being general. Be deliberate about the things that you're allowing yourself to focus on. And like I said, when you're moving in the right direction and momentum is moving how you want, focus, razor focus. So when you're sitting there and you are riding high, everything is working out so great for you. There's all the synchronicities, perfect divine timing, so much abundance, friendship, so many friends, running into people everything that you desire is coming so fast, so fast, so fast. Keep it going and get specific. And that's when you say, I appreciate, get into the specifics, list the specifics, be specific. When it starts to go in the wrong direction, go south, get general. It'll get better. That's okay. The whole point is to get back to that place of mindfulness, back to that place that you're the driver of your car, that you're the one in charge of the dream. So bad momentum, going in the direction that you don't want to go, general. Awesome momentum, going where you want to go, specific. So just like when we're sitting in the chair and we're looking and there's so many options out there, infinite options. Our life every day, every moment is an infinite possibility. So we're on a momentum right now. All of us are on the momentum of being of the human species. All of us are on the momentum of living in this agreed upon time and space. We all sort of have our, a reality we all agree is reality, and that's a momentum we have going. These are good ones. These are ones we all agree on good. Within those, you get to be the one that's in charge of, what does my time and space look like? What does my life look like? Where do I want it to go? This is my dream. I'm the one that's guiding it. How do I do that? And you just start to make that your make that what you're aiming toward is being the driver of your life, and then deciding, how do you want to feel? I want to feel good. I want to feel good all the time. I want to know how to get back to that place. I don't want to think that feeling good looks a certain way or should look a certain way. I just want to actually feel good. I don't want to think about feeling good, or I don't want to, fulfill somebody else's expectation of what feels good, or even my expectation yesterday of what I think should feel good, but I want to actually feel good. What actually feels good to me right now? And getting back to that place, letting go of judgments, letting go of this is good, this is bad, this is no, this is everything's working out for me. I took that from Abraham, and it's the most wise thing there ever was. Everything is working out for me. You just reprogram yourself with that. So, momentum. You're in the middle of your day. You're getting gas at a gas station. Everything feels like it's perfect flow. Wow, it's been crazy. You don't even know. You looked at your bank account. It was like 12 times more than you thought. How did that even happen? Then you got this check in the mail from who even knows who. And then you ran into your best friend who you thought was out of town at the gas station. And then and then your car, you don't even know, we thought it was breaking down, but suddenly it's working perfectly. You leave the gas station and like literally you hit every green light. Every single thing is working out perfect. You're so happy. You're elated. Your phone is ringing with people that you want to talk to. You're like on fire with feeling good. It's like you're like in heaven, the way that you envisioned heaven when you were a child. You're like in it. That gets specific. Thank you for this. Thank you for this moment. Thank you that I saw my friend. That's specific. You want to be specific. Same, now you're in the chair. You're focused in another direction. You're living out another experience. This experience, you're all of a sudden you're at the gas station. You have no money. You can't even put gas in your car. You don't even have, you can't even call somebody to come and help you because your phone's not working. You're freezing. It's cold out. You forgot to wear your coat and you forgot to eat. This would be negative momentum. So you get into that place. What do? You get general. Well, I'm sure it's going to work out. I'm sure someone's going to come by who I'm going to recognize. They're going to pick me up, or this is fun. Actually, it's kind of nice being in the cold like this. Wow, it really is kind of waking me up. I like the feeling of a little, life in my bones, and whatever it takes is find a way to get general, and then eventually it starts to pick up and move in a new direction. So the whole game that we're playing is learning how to focus in the direction that you want, get the momentum moving where you want. How do you stop the momentum you don't want? Getting back into a place of mindfulness, becoming general. And when it starts going in the direction you want, get specific and let it just take you and just ride it. And then get more specific and then bring in more of it. And just know every one of us is going to drop off. We drop off all the time. That's part of this journey that we're on. And the reason we drop off is because we need the contrast. We have to have things come up, things that happen that are what we don't like, so that we can, as an individual and as a species, aim toward the things that we do want. So we have to experience contrast in order to know the direction that we're moving. So even then, when everything is going amok, you can say, this is for the good of my life and for the species ultimately, and I am so grateful to be here. There's always a place to get into appreciation and always a way to get into mindfulness. So